Hey guys, this is Jacob Borucki, host of Survivor Club and season 1 winner. Basically, this is going to be my individual cast assessment for only me. I did it with JJ before. I'm going to do it with Demira when I see him, and we're going to assess every single player, what we think of them, how we think they'll do, and I'll just do it on my own right now, real quick, and my opinions may change. All right, let's start with the season 1 people. Samir, he's a really likable dude. I believe that if Samir gets to the end against most everybody, he will win. The problem is, if he goes to the end with someone who's also very likable, such as Nate, and Nate has made more moves, then that's the chance Samir may lose. I really hope Samir lasts a while, though, because he's so likable, and I believe he will. He has a lot to go super far in the game. But yeah, other players that aren't as good at the social game definitely don't want to take him to the end, and if they do, then they are a fool, and Samir has won this game. Connor. Connor is a super aggressive strategic player from season 1. Can Connor make enough big moves at the right time? The first season, he didn't make uh, or he couldn't make the big move any other time than he did, and he just got bad luck, and that backfired, and that's what cost him the game. That was his only mistake. Um, Smears was not playing as aggressively, strategically, and yeah, every player is a mistake that didn't win here, and so I believe Connor's just was not on his side. So if Connor lasts a while, we may get to see more of these risky big decisions come out. Kearney, I'm so happy Kearney's getting another shot. Uh, Kearney and his awesome hair, like Kearney has been around all these players. He's helped me host and film everyone, so he knows who everyone is. But I think Kearney's in the middle of the tribe. You'd be nuts not to trust him. He's very loyal. He knows what he needs to do, but he's super loyal to you to the end, as long as you are willing to make an alliance with him. So, take it from me, we both went to the end together. We never voted for each other once. That's what a loyal alliance can do. Kearney's witty humor is going to be hilarious to hear and watch in confessionals, and I'm really hoping to see Kearney go deep into the game. I think Kearney's biggest mistake last time was just not maybe sucking up to Drew as much on the jury, because I think going with me to the final two actually was in his best interest. I don't think if he had tried to vote me out that would have been in his best interest, because I feel like he would have been in third or fourth. If he had voted me out at 4, I think he would have been third place instead of second. So Kearney, yeah, I think you did what you had to do. You just didn't suck up to Drew enough. Um, so just you know, play a little bit of the social game, a little bit. But I think other than that, you're good. All right, our season 2 All Stars, our most memorable people, Silas. I think Silas's mistake was not having Leigh trust him because he made the decision to vote for her at the first vote. But I think Silas is definitely a fan favorite. He's like the Rupert. He has the beard. He's a lumberjack. It's gonna be so fun to see Silas as well. He's the effing badass, as Kearney describes him, and he's gonna be really fun to watch. But he needs to obviously establish his trust with other people in the tribe, and I believe that he could do that, and maybe him and Leigh could trust each other. Leigh, you listen here. So just that Connor, you listen here moment was just what made Leigh so great, and she had so many good moments, but that was obviously the best, standing up for what she believed in. I really want to hear more of this fun stuff from Leigh, because she is entertaining as a character. I don't know as a player, but she's not going to be a threat. But she could be seen as a weak link. But we'll see how it works if the heroes ever her tribe, has to go to tribal council, if she will be the target or if bigger threats will start to go instead. But Leigh, I I'm not sure how people will be thinking, but yeah, maybe you and Silas can work together. If not, then things will certainly be interesting. Uh, Next up, we have Tyler. Tyler was also the very aggressive player last season. He lost to Demira, but it's very hard to beat someone as likable as Demira. So I don't fault him for that. He did have a horrible final tribal council speech, and and he just needs to not make it so long and drawn out, and make sure he's not up against as likable of a player as Demira. So, taking Samir to the end probably isn't your best bet, obviously, Tyler. Um, but yeah, I'd love to see Tyler go deep because I know I mean, it'll be interesting to see if him and Connor hook up. All right, so far the mistakes that these players have made, Kearney's was not sucking up to Drew enough. Samir's was not playing as aggressively, maybe strategically, but if he does play the good social game, then maybe they can carry him through longer than being too aggressive. So that might be more of a strength for Samir this time. And Connor just hoping that things go his way with a big move, making them at the right time. And then obviously, Leigh not being as stubborn and doing whatever it takes, being more flexible. Silas not making as big of those decisions, like decisions that for no reason that might impact his game later. And like like voting for his sister even though she wasn't going, and he knew that and still chose to anyways. And then Tyler, better final tribal council performance, a little better social game. All right, our season 2 second chancers, Mitch. Mitch has the longest shot to win, I believe, by far. Uh, I think Mitch has to know how he comes off to people, and he's not a threat to anybody though. So what he needs to do is to get an alliance fast and be able to get players like maybe Tyler and Connor, maybe Nate, to make some big moves on the tribe early on, and that will advance him further. And say like, hey, is the jury gonna vote for me? Probably not. So take me to the end, and maybe Mitch will have a good case, maybe. And who knows what the jury thinks, but I think he has the longest shot because, yeah, just to put it nicely, um, uh, yeah, just kidding. Anyways, and then uh, Caleb, he has to care more. He has to show me that he's here to play, and it's going to be awesome to see Caleb play again because it's my fault he went last time. This time, if he cares more, and and plays the manipulative game that I know he can play, I think Caleb can go very deep in this game. All right, and then Grant. Grant is a player I saw huge potential in and went out way earlier because of Demira being a good player, and giving away his idol was obviously Grant's big mistake in the game because he was in a good position the first 2 weeks. Can Grant get a good enough alliance on the heroes tribe on that tribe and be able to control things? We will see. I don't know what that tribe will be thinking either in terms of getting their threats, keeping the tribe strong. We'll have to see what happens. And then finally, my cousin, Nate Borucki, the new player filling in for Ben and Alec, who refused to come or I can't get a hold of, which is great, actually, because Nate is going to be way more entertaining than they would ever be. Nate is a real threat to win the game, has great social skills, very strong physically, obviously, and he knows the game from watching it with me. So the test will be to see if Nate can put this all to great use and be able to form relationships and tight alliances and be able to play an awesome game. And maybe he'll become the second Borucki to win. Otherwise, we know who's the best. But yeah, it's my cast assessment. We'll have it with Demira, and we'll actually have rankings. I may change mine up a little bit than when I did them with JJ, but look forward to those. And the 9 returning players, second chancers plus Nate, will be coming back Saturday, December 12th. Still have to figure out the time, but I cannot wait to see this happen. and I'm excited for all of them, and this cast has the largest majority of players that can win this game, and I'm excited to see how it all shakes out, because it will be super entertaining, and I promise you, once this goes on YouTube the day after, like December 13th or something, the day after the 12th, where the season is, yeah, it will just be amazing. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned, because in a couple weeks, Survivor Club Season 3, Second Chance, Heroes versus Villains will begin. Get ready for the ultimate strategy game one last time.